Day one. Just got back from getting it done. All right, so day one again. I've been home for a few hours now. Got something to eat. Stacy's been taking care of me, but this right here, the cryo cuff or whatever it is, the ice water circulating cooling thing is key. That's going to be key to the recovery, keeping the inflammation down, keeping things good. That's what it's all about. And so having something like this, so it's like a cooler that you fill like halfway with ice, halfway with water, and then you run it for, my prescription right now is like 2 hours on, a half hour off, just keeping this thing cold the whole time, keeping that inflammation down. That's what it's going to be all about. So feeling pretty good just after the surgery. So took me a little while to get it out of the anesthesia. They did a nerve block on my arm, and so my arm is 100% dead. Like, I can very, very small wiggle of my fingers, see that they still work, but the arm feels like someone else's arm. It's kind of weird. And so, yeah, I've got that going on. But all things considered, today went really, really well, and I'm looking forward to this recovery and getting this thing back in action. All right, thanks, guys. All right, so it's morning of day 2, and just sitting here icing again. Like I said, 2 hours on, 2 hours off. Didn't get a ton of sleep last night, just because of everything that's going on. Like, I had to be up at 1. I didn't even go to bed before 1, but had to be up at 1 to take medication. At 2 o'clock, I had to turn on my ice. 4 o'clock, I had to turn off my ice. I woke up about 5:45, had to replace the ice in the cooler, and then turn it back on. And at that point, I tried to fall back asleep and just couldn't. The problem that I've got is this hand, which I'm just now being able to move the fingers a little bit. It's been completely dead. It's still like, I can't feel sensations with it. I can't, like, it doesn't feel anything. It just is there. And that's pretty much the whole arm, which, because of the nerve block that they put in my shoulder, kind of between my shoulder and my neck is where they put the nerve block in. It's hugely advantageous to this type of surgery, because for about 72 hours, it blocks all the pain signals to the arm, blocks all the signals to the arm, essentially. I can't really move my arm. I can't feel anything with my arm. You could shoot me in the arm and I wouldn't know that you did. But as it slowly comes back to life, starting pretty much at the fingertips right now, it's got that pins and needles feeling, which isn't a great feeling, but the fact that I've got movement in my fingers is a good sign. Swelling's not horrible this morning. I mean, my fingers are definitely swollen, but they're not ridiculous, not as bad as I had expected them to be. I haven't taken any of this stuff off my arm, as you can see, with the cryo sleeve on here and with the sling on. Can't see much of my arm right now, so I don't know how much bruising, how much blood pooling there's been. At some point today, I will have to take this all off to give the 24-hour look over to make sure that everything is good, that I don't have any issues that I need to get back into to the doctor. They're going to call me later today, and so I need to have looked at it prior to that, or have my wife look at it. And for those of you who don't know, my wife does still live in Oklahoma, but she did fly out here to help me out with this, which I'm very thankful of. She's actually at the store right now getting more ice, because my small ice trays weren't enough, and we definitely weren't going to keep up with this ice machine. And so last night at like 11 o'clock, she went to the store and got a bag of ice, but I went through that bag overnight, so she's going to get a couple more, about as much as I can fit into my freezer. Kind of the things that you don't think about and that we weren't really prepared for or told about. So, yeah, we'll do what we got to do, keep this thing going, and we'll see as this nerve block wears off how things are. But it's great that having the nerve block in there you get about 72 hours of relief, and you don't have to take any narcotics. Um, as that wears off, that may change. For some patients, it doesn't. The Tylenol and like acetaminophen, ibuprofen that they tell you to take and was prescribed to me should be is enough for some patients. But we'll see. I've also got the oxycodone sitting right here just in case I need it. So prepared, ready, but hopefully not needing it. That stuff isn't great for you, and lots of people have real issues with it, and it's definitely addictive. So we will see. But this is my life for a while now. All right, so day 3, slept pretty good last night. Slept better than I have the other nights. I have had to actually take a little bit of the oxycodone because, that nerve block, although they said 72 hours, it is kind of starting to wear off. I've got movement of my arm at this point. My fingers still have a little bit of numbness to them. My thumb is extremely numb. A little bit of tingliness throughout my arm. But I am starting, because the nerve block is starting to wear off, I do feel a little bit of pain starting to return in my shoulder. So making sure I'm staying on top of that. I've got the ice going right now. That's been key. And so, like I had mentioned before, my wife's only going to be out here for the first 5 days. So she's only here for another few days. She leaves, I think, Monday morning. And I'm going through about two 10-pound bags of ice a day in this machine, because it's 2 hours on, 2 hours off. So 12 hours a day I'm getting ice on my shoulder, and that's why I've got this blanket on me, is because it gets kind of cold with that on there. So I had to order an ice machine because I can't drive, and so it would get really expensive to get get ice delivered through Uber delivery or whatever. So I just ordered a countertop ice maker that can do about 26 pounds a day. Since I've been going through 20 pounds a day, that's about perfect. So I'll have to stay up on top of that, though. Make sure that I've got plenty of ice so I can keep this going. But as with anything, any of these types of surgeries, you want to make sure you stay on top of the pain, on top of the pain meds, because once the pain creeps in, it's really tough to get it under control. Hey guys, so it is day 5. I didn't do any video yesterday. Sorry about that. Just catching up a little bit. I got a bath yesterday, cleaned up a little bit. I was starting to smell pretty bad. Definitely needed that. Still, in my hand, my pointer finger and my thumb are still numb. What's kind of weird is like the inside of my pointer finger is not numb, but the outside is still numb, and my thumb is completely numb, and kind of the palm of my hand, the thumb pad down here, that's all numb still. So today is Sunday. I had the surgery on Wednesday, so yeah, hanging in there. Pain hasn't been too bad. It's been pretty bearable. The worst it's been just as I get up and I start trying to do things on my own, getting ice, doing things, I'll accidentally use that arm just slightly or move it. And I have, just laying here, had like little muscle spasms almost that, make me jerk. And that has caused a little bit of pain as well. But I haven't been using the strong stuff, the oxycodone. I've used one pill of that since having the surgery. And really, ibuprofen and Motrin have been, or ibuprofen and acetaminophen have been taking care of the pain, doing about 1,000 milligrams of each when I need to. The acetaminophen has been pretty much regular every 8 hours, but the acetaminophen, or the ibuprofen, has been kind of as needed. Not much to tell, really. I'm not, I got a shirt on, so I was able to, when I got done with the bath, put my shirt because it's a button up. Was able to slide it over that arm and get that on, which was good. It was nice because I've been having a towel underneath this cryo sleeve, and that towel sometimes would shift and bunch up and just got really uncomfortable and kind of annoyed me quite a bit at times. And so having a shirt takes away the need for that. So, all right, I'll let you guys know how things are going tomorrow. Hey, everybody. So today is Tuesday, and so it's been almost a week. So tomorrow, last Wednesday is when I had the surgery. So it's been almost a week, and things are progressing. For the most part, I have feeling in my hand all back. Functionality of my hand all works. It does go numb from time to time during the day, depending on the angle I have it at. And I think that's just due to some of the swelling and some of the nerve stuff that's going on. I've been surprised at the lack of swelling and the lack of bruising that I've seen. There's a little bit of bruising on my chest, and I can definitely feel some pain, some soreness in my chest. And then, of course, my arm. I haven't been moving it much at all. The last day, I've kind of had it out of the sling most of the time since I'm not going anywhere. I'm not leaving the house. I'm sitting around the living room. I've just kind of had it here on just across my stomach, just kind of sitting here. So it's in the same position it would be in if the sling was on. But overall, I've got to say the pain has been pretty bearable. I have had to take a little bit more medication. I've had a couple of times where I've had more pain than I would like, but like I said, it's not horrible. I go in, so tomorrow will be a week, so Wednesday to Wednesday, and Thursday I go back in for my first checkup, and then Friday I start physical therapy. That's where we'll really see how things are. Physical therapy is going to be that turning point, that fork in the road that is really going to tell me where things are. I know that we're going to probably start out with things like pendulums, just from previous experience with surgeries, trying to get that range of motion back, and keep things from being too stiff, which my shoulder has been in this position since the surgery. Right now I don't have the cryo sleeve on. It's set off to the side. I just wanted to make sure that so Stacy, my wife, left just a few minutes ago, just this morning. But before she left, I wanted to make sure I could get the shirt on and off by myself, since, I no longer have someone here to help me out. That changes some things too. She's been doing the shopping for me. She's been going and getting stuff. So set up my account so that I can have everything delivered. I can do shopping online, have it delivered. Of course, there's always Amazon. Amazon has just about everything you need. But as far as groceries and shopping, getting milk and ice cream's a vital piece of recovery. If you're going through something like this, make sure you have lots of ice cream on hand, because that is one of the most important pieces. Good nutrition, and ice cream is right up there as one of the most nutritious, important things you could be doing. But got that all set up so that I can do my grocery delivery. I've got my meal service that delivers food. But yeah, her not being here, I wanted to make sure I was able to get my shirt on and off by myself, so that I wasn't stuck wearing the same shirt and stinking and not being able to take a bath or take a shower. The incision site I haven't shown you guys yet, but it is pretty long. It's probably between 6 and 8 inches long. It's bigger than I expected it to be. But it is fully covered right now. It's got a big watertight bandage over it. I don't know how long that's going to stay on. They may remove it when I go in on Thursday, and we'll see. Anyway, I will report back to you guys after I have my appointment with the orthopedic surgeon, the follow-up, and then definitely let you know how that first physical therapy session goes. Maybe even show you a little bit of what we've got going on there. So hope you guys enjoy this, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks.